Hello everyone, it's me again, and I'm back here with some new tools, new toys here to do a review on. And I got here a router, Plunge router, 1.5 horsepower. Read a lot of reviews on it. Seemed like this was a much better router to get than the 2.5 horsepower. Seems like there was a lot of negative reviews on it. Went to the store and played around with the display, and the plunging part seemed really hard on the 2.5. The reviews I read on the 1.5 seems to be adequate, and so plus it was cheaper. So give it a shot on this one. If I'm unsatisfied, again, I can keep your receipt and see how it goes. So, it doesn't come with any bits. So, it's kind of no good to do anything with this if you don't have any bits, unless you just want to look at it and hear it spin. So I got here some bits here. So probably very common bits I'll use or may not use. Probably won't be my last set of bits, but here they are. We'll just have some fun with it, see what happens. So basically, haven't read. Well, I've read the manual, but I've never set up this router. So you're seeing it just as I'm seeing it, uncut, unedited, first-person view. And so it's I'll tell you now, it'll be a long video episode series. Feel free to, shuffle if you need to, go forward or go backwards. But if you really want a good idea of what this tool does, you'll really interested in getting this. You'll see the whole thing through, because you want to know every detail before you make that purchase, or heck, this is so inexpensive, just do it. What do you got to lose? You can definitely return it within 90 days. So, alright, so let's get started here. We'll be going in the holster for my first person view. If you notice my new gloves here, so excellent. They were blue, now they're yellow, but still me. So let's see what this is. Now this thing is doesn't have any straps or anything, so I took a look at it in the store and kind of already had this little damage to the box, which doesn't mean anything. It would be nice if it didn't, but there it is. So anyway, I opened it, took a look at it, everything's there. I did at least that much. Now that I think about it, I'm not sure if I actually checked to see if there was a manual, so it's alright. You could look up all this stuff online. So here we go. Let's take a look. Let's pull it out. That's what it looks like. Top view, looking in. So let's just pull it out, see what's there. Okay, excellent. Alright, so it looks like the collet, not sure what this is. It's pretty heavy. Looks nice. The color's not too bad. It's not what it looked like online. It's like really orange, but this is a nice color to it. So that's good. I think it's held up like this, if I'm correct. So this is what I was talking about. There's one more thing in the box here. Let's go ahead. So that's a plate for the edge to guide it. And then the warranty. All right, warranty and directions here. Great, excellent. I'll put that box away now. So not too much in the box. All right. Looks pretty straightforward. Not too bad. So let's take a look here. So this is what I was mainly talking about here. This when you on this particular model, just pushing down on this just seems so much easier to do the plunge than the 2.5. So hand controls right here. This one had a speed control, variable speed control, which the other routers didn't. You had to purchase probably a speed control dial, an extra plug-in to get the speed control. So this is a big plus. You know, as I was reading the reviews, just a lot more people reviewing this than any other router. So it, you know, and it was cheaper. You know, at the price that it was, it's definitely worth trying, and it looks solid. Of course, it's been years since I've done any routing since my days of high school. So, but I'm gonna, I'll be routing, hopefully using this to, you know, a couple things, inlays, rounding corners, maybe doing some doors, cabinet doors, maybe, I'm not sure. Just having a little fun with it, just, you know, and that's what it's all about, just getting to know your tools and appreciating them and doing what you need to do. So that's why I got it here. At first glance, it, you know, looks really clean. Feels solid, but not heavy. You know, it's not like I have to put a lot of effort in doing this, and that may be important. You know, especially if I'm doing inlays, and you know, that could be a big deal for me. Looks like there's a part here for to suck up the dust as it routes. May be able to take that off. So the lock on the Plunge, it's right here. Let's see how easy it would be to do that. Okay, just stays in place. Excellent. Let's see how easy it releases. Okay. Yeah, you know, it's not that bad. I never worked with a Plunge router. When I was taking woodshop in high school, there was just a fixed router base. So, you know, my first impressions is, wow, you know, pretty cool, especially for someone who hasn't worked with the plunge router. So the fact that I could possibly do inlays, which I'm interested in. Not sure if I could do a plunge router with a routering table, but I don't see why not. You just lock into place and it's, you know, a fixed router. Just have it upside down and on a table. Don't see why that would be a problem. Maybe I have to work with it a little bit more. Maybe not. Who knows? Anyways, we'll find out. Pushing button. There's a trigger right here with, I guess that's the lock button. That's going to keep it going. Yep. Okay. I'm just reviewing it unpowered just to give you a good idea here. And so it says lock, unlock here. Okay, unlock. Okay. Not quite sure what that's for yet, but that's all right. So these are the different pre-settings here that you can put them on. I believe I'm correct. Snaps, but doesn't quite snap into that place as I. And so I guess it doesn't snap right into the one of the corners. It just snaps in that area to do this. Of course, you want to elevate it in order to do that, like that. So that's what you're working with here. And then there's the measurements. I don't know how accurate that is. Something here, like a gauge, 0 to, if you turn this much, is 1/32, turn this much is 1/64, and 0 again. So I'm not sure how accurate that's going to be or not. So I guess there's a set point, and then you kind of just work it from there. Okay, cool. Anyways, just play with this a little bit later. So there you go. I guess you can move this around to fine-tune your adjustment here. And as you're pushing it down, it stops at a given point. And you can release it at a given point. And then lock it from that point. Okay, that's kind of a cool feature here. These are probably for the guides here. We'll put those on. Let's see. I might have to cut out for an intermission here, just because. Give us all a little break here. That's one side. Let's do the other side. Okay. I might have had to put this on first before anything. So here, if I'm correct, one side or another. Let's just see what the picture shows it on this side as a guide. So I guess we can do it that way. Okay, looks like you have to unscrew it. Screw this end. So you're going to need a screw here. Let me see here. Okay. I think the washer is going to be on the outside, just because I think that would just make a lot more. That would just make a lot more sense if that washer was on the outside. Actually, there's two washers. Probably one for inside and the other one on the outside. So there's actually two washers here. If you see that, there's two washers here. I would, just by looking at it, I don't remember in the manual telling me anything particular, but maybe I'm wrong. I just briefly looked over it. Maybe this has to go on a particular side. So let's just take a look at the washer real quick. See if that would be the case. No, I don't think that would be, because it just makes more sense to have it like that, and have it pressed up against this side. Yeah. Well, if I'm wrong, someone's going to correct me. Obviously, we're going to need a screwdriver to do the rest of that. Do the same thing here on this side. Get this in here now. Okay, it's sliding in so far. Let's go and slid through the other side. Hey, look at that. Okay, so we'll just set up just like the picture, and we'll see what it would be like if we did do something like that. There's probably some kind of alignment that we might have to do for it. So all we need is a screwdriver now, which, you know, we have a few. We have a few right here. So there we go. I'm going to try to be careful not to strip the threads, because you just want it on tight enough to so we're just putting it on just enough to not to strip it, but add some good pressure to it. Just by hand, slight, not to strip it. Okay, because I might have to take it off. So there we go. Now we got something to work with. Look at that. Okay. Any other equipment here? Well, we got these things, which just gotta figure out what that's for. Call it. Okay. So let's take a little break here. See what. So far, it looks kind of ready to go. But let's just take a little break and. Bugs are out tonight, jeez. Okay, so that's kind of what it looks like. First impressions right off the box. Easy to set up. We'll see how it runs. That's going to be in the next series here, next episode of how it runs here. So if I missed anything, I'll go over the manual and just kind of do an overview. So far, seems real easy. I'm kind of really impressed, really happy that I got this. I'm feeling excited that I'm going to be doing a lot of things here. I'm impressed. What can I say? I like it so far. For the price, it's, man. After buying this and seeing what I've seen so far, I just feel like I would just be sick to my stomach if I went out to and I bought a router, especially for me beginning. Bought like a $300, $400, $500, $600, $700 to $800 router, and I don't even know what the hell I'm doing. But with this, I feel like I can play with it. I can experiment, and that kind of gives me a lot of confidence that I can do it. That's just my opinion. Just like most tools here that I've gotten, never done anything with it in my life until recently. Although routers, I did have some experience in woodshop in high school, but that's high school. That's eons ago. So stay tuned and go to the next episode or wait for the next episode. Either way. Thank you. Basically, haven't read, well, I've read the manual, but I've never set up this router. So you're seeing it just as I'm seeing it, uncut, unedited, first person view. And so it's I'll tell you now, it'll be a long video episode series. Feel free to, shuffle if you need to, go forward, go backwards. But if you really want a good idea of what this tool does, you'll really interested in getting this. You'll see the whole thing through, because you want to know every detail before you make that purchase, or heck, this is so inexpensive, just do it. What do you got to lose? You can definitely return it within 90 days. So, alright, so let's get started here. We'll be going in the holster for my first person view. Display and the plunging part seemed really hard on the 2.5. The reviews I read on the 1.5 seems to be adequate, and so plus it was cheaper. So give it a shot on this one. If I'm unsatisfied, again, I can keep your receipt and see how it goes. So, it doesn't come with any. Hello, everyone. It's me again, and I'm back here with some new tools, new toys here to do a review on. And I got here a router, Plunge router. 1.5 horsepower. Read a lot of reviews on it. Seemed like this was a much better router to get than the 2.5 horsepower. Seems like there was a lot of negative reviews on it. Went to the store and played around with it. It doesn't come with any bits, so it's kind of no good to do anything with this if you don't have any bits, unless you just want to look at it and hear it spin. So I got here some bits here. So probably very common bits I'll use or may not use. Probably won't be my last set of bits, but here they are. You know, we'll just have some fun with it, see what happens. So